Well, here we are. We're going to do our 5-month fireside update tonight, even though it's the eve of the 5-month anniversary. You probably can't see, but way over there by those other trailers, there's about a dozen deer just sort of making their way to wherever they go at nighttime to sleep. The chickens have all gone into that chicken house right over there. You can see in the white roof. And Melissa and I are sitting down by the fireside, and Jake's had his walk, and
Deer are going across the road.
he does. Yeah, I try to show the deer. It's pretty hard to see. Yeah, but they're you'll just have to take our word for it. They're there. So Melissa, here we are, 5 months on the road. That's pretty amazing. I don't know. Adele asked us if what plans had we ever had to change. I was thinking about that. The first one obviously was the truck, right? We had to switch the trucks out when we were in the cusp because the F-150 really wasn't going to last the year doing pulling the fifth wheel. So that was a big first plan that changed. And then, what do you say after that? Would it be just not getting to Lunenburg? We'd hoped to get to Lunenburg.
Oh yeah, whether to go into Nova Scotia, like to go east, or spend more time in Quebec. Don't point that at everybody.
Don't say that.
Yeah, the time, whether to spend more time in Quebec and head back, or to try to go more east and rush everything, right?
Yeah, part of the issue is, in reality, diesel prices were so high that we didn't want to blow through our budget before we finished the year. So that was one big change. And I think another change that's coming up is we're thinking right now of leaving the trailer in maybe around Sacramento. And after we spend some time in Sacramento, just putting in storage and whip up home, spend a couple of months up home and wait for the spring again, and then come back down and get it, and then go across to visit family and friends in Colorado and Minnesota, then back up into Canada and come home. Part of the problem is you're restricted to only 180 days in the States in one rolling year. So we were watching that carefully too about we don't want to overstay our welcome.
Well, we did have to change. We changed our route right the last little bit too, across Texas, right? We're going a little more north, and we just like rescheduled one stop.
Yeah, those are little minor things when we look, and we're really trying to only drive no more than 4 hours a day, and it just is makes it much more comfortable in the driving. We were talking earlier, and there's really only been one disappointment of a campground, and that was in Sault Ste. Marie. The first time we stayed there, certainly made up the second time we were there on our way back, because the second campsite was awesome at Thessalon. But the first one, we feel kind of bad even. We even feel kind of bad bringing it up because the people had only had it for a few months, and they were, working out a lot of bugs and stuff, but it just didn't match up to the hype on the internet with pictures and write-ups about it. It was right on a freeway, and it was a little bit dirty and all that stuff, but that's okay. One out of all the ones we've been in isn't that bad. Do you have a favorite one, Mel?
I have about 5 favorites.
5 favorites?
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, there'd be Duck Mountain Provincial Park.
In Manitoba?
Yeah. I liked that. Gosh, let me try to remember now what we were saying were our
Prince Albert.
Prince Albert, and then the one in Vidalia on the Mississippi River.
Oh, rated by Natchez. Yeah, that was spectacular, right on the Mississippi. Yeah.
Gosh, the Texas state parks were pretty nice.
Oh, the one the north abutment.
Yeah.
That was
north abutment. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Mississippi, by Coffeyville.
Yeah, by Grenada.
Lake Grenada. That was one of my. That was
This one here is pretty cool. I mean, there's not much around it, but it's like a bit of a farm too, and they've got goats and chickens. Are just
farm. Yeah.
it's a pecan orchard, and the chickens just run wild, and they're up here. They're drinking out of Jake's bowl. He doesn't mind at all, and Melissa's feeding them. It's her lifelong dream always to have chickens, and she's living a little bit right now. So anyway, we don't want to keep this too long. From here, there's one more stop in Texas at Fort Stockton, and then we head into New Mexico. And then we're going to spend 39 days in Tucson and just over 20 in Yuma before we start heading over to Sacramento, which will be in January sometime. Anyway, anything else, Mel?
No, me.
She doesn't like being on camera. And I don't understand why, because she's very photogenic and personable and a great traveling companion. We're having a blast.
Yeah. It's really been a great time.
All right, take care, everybody. Say goodbye to the deer. They're still out there, even though you can't see them. And that's it for 5 months. Can you believe it? Oh, the other biggest surprise is a little bit strange, I guess. To be truthful, we didn't expect Jake to last this long. Part of the time we didn't think he was going to make the trip, but he's getting younger every day, this guy.